From what we've heard or shared or taught together in the first section, I think anyone who wasn't present in the day one, anyone who wasn't present in the day one, we had a live trading session. The video was uploaded on the YouTube channel, and I think it was posted here on the Telegram. I don't know. I think my team posted it. Let me scroll through the Telegram. Yes, I can see it. It was posted on the Telegram channel as well. So you can actually go to the YouTube channel and watch over the video, because I won't really want to be doing revision on whatever I said then. Definitely, we covered on the fundamentals that were to take place. We talked about FOMC. We talked about the CPI. We talked about what to expect. We talked about various traders' thoughts or school of thoughts regarding the cryptocurrency markets. And then we talked about price action. We looked at the charts, and we tried to compare in between what is the possibility of what could happen if this plays out. And definitely, what was discussed and what was talked about is definitely what we saw playing out on the markets yesterday as well. And we were to have a second session yesterday, but yesterday was quite very choked up and busy for me. Personally, I didn't really have much time for myself, or I think I got home very, very late. So, but that's why we're having a session now. We're going to have another session late, probably by 7 p.m. GMT +1. That should be 7 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 p.m. UK time as well. And so whatever country you are in, you just know if it's 8 p.m. your time, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 12 p.m., you should just connect based on that particular time. So a lot has happened, and yes, they also took a lot of people or a lot of persons by surprise, and a lot of persons by expectations. And definitely one thing, if you listen to the session and you end day one, it shouldn't take you by surprise, because virtually what we saw happening and playing out on the charts is definitely things we talked about and I talked about. And like I always say, one of the things that's most important is in everything that happens, just make money. Just make money. Now, I want to say this. This is the first thing I want to say for today. The first thing I want to say for today is, if you really want to succeed in your trading career, you want to succeed in your trading journey, you must learn how to master your emotions. You must learn how to control your emotions. Now, the human brain consists of two parts. We have the emotional part of our brain and the rational part of our brain, side of our brain. And 80% of the times, majority of individuals, we make decisions based on the thoughts that spans out of the emotional part of our brain rather from the rational side of our brain, because we are emotional human beings. Emotions are part of the core of our existence as a human being. And because we said we are spirits that have a soul and is living in a body, and our soul consists of the intellect, the emotions, the will, and the mind. So our mind, our will, our intellect, and our emotions are all situating in the mind, in the soul. Sorry. So those are the four contents of the human soul. And now, so it is intertwined into the core of our sin. So when we say this person does not have emotions, we're definitely saying this person doesn't have a soul. A person who doesn't have a soul is a dead person. So as long as we are alive, we are going to have our emotions, and these emotions thrive in between in the brain. So we have the emotional part, and the bad thing about the emotional side of our brain is that whenever it triggers, it turns off the rational part of the brain. So we are unable to think rationally. We are unable to think the proportion of statistics, but we are more prone to want to reason and think in an emotional way, and it ends up affecting us negatively as well. And definitely what is happening yesterday is part of it. And personally, me talking to you, I know I am doing so well in my trading level, in my trading life, and I've generated a lot of results for my person, but I still till tomorrow, overcoming your emotions is like a lifetime journey. It's not something that you are going to like is not part of you. Like I still have battles with my emotions as a person. There are times about I could get scared and close a trade, and then the trade goes up. I'm still a victim of that. So I won't say I am 1,000,000% perfect, and because we are all human beings. So, but the thing here is, I found a way to curb it. I found a way to curb it. And how did I find a way of curbing it? By not listening to too many informations. By not listening to too many informations. Because the truth is, too many information from too many persons will only hurt you more than it will help you. It will hurt you more than it will help you. Because this person is saying this, there are like 1,000,000 persons and 1,000,000 influencers and 1,000,000 traders like giving analysis about the market. And except you get to a point whereby you know how to decipher wisdom in each of these analysis and make money per time. If not, you are going to be like, you're going to be taken aback. You're going to be taken aback. So it's just like personally, even those like for example on Twitter, I have very few persons that are okay. I'm like following these people persons. Let's say our friends that I have their notifications turned on who are traders. Like these people are traders, and they are very very few. The rest of them, I don't even follow them. They could be good. That doesn't mean they aren't good. They are good in the, but I don't follow them. The reason is because this 1,000,000 people having different bias of informations and different perspective of the market is going to affect my own truths, my own understanding of the market. And what I want to stay true with is my own probabilities. If I'm wrong, I will refine myself to get better. I will refine myself to get better. So when you grow to that point, you start becoming a master at what you're doing. And that is why I always encourage not just giving signals, but learning. And that is why the institutional trading group, I made it to be in a way whereby people, you are not just only am I dropping like signals or setups for them, but there's a course. You have to go through the course, and when you go through the course and learn the pattern on how I trade the market, then you begin to also trade. And everybody there drops their charts and they drop their own signals, and people are able to get in, and people are able to buy. So you're able to like make the most. You're able to like make the most and leverage on a community of traders and people who are able to trade and know how to do and what have you. So I want to share my screen. Let us look at BTC. We said Bitcoin is like the number one thing and the most important thing, but everybody wants to go crazy about and get confused about. So let's look at BTC. Let's look at BTC and let's see what BTC has for us. Let's see what BTC has for us. And here we go. So let's look at I don't know what is this. Let's look at the 1 day chart. So okay, this is, I want to show two things. So I think I'll have to like deactivate my screen. So let me stop the share and then I'll reshare the screen again. Let me check. There are two. I want to show two different parts. So which, of course, I want to first of all show the chart that has the harmonics in it. Okay, so okay, here we go. So I think everyone can see my chart. So we're going to start here and then we're going to move over to a second chart. So on this chart, this is definitely the week off pattern I was looking at. Now, one thing about patterns is people could see different things in patterns. Like this pattern here that looks so much. To some persons, it also looks as like a redistribution pattern. It looks like a redistribution pattern as well. I remember I stated something. I stated that if this pattern is to complete, that we are going to get week of schematics are always having 5 phases. So this is phase 1, we have phase 2, we have phase 3, we have phase 4, and then there is phase 5. And now in phase 5 is where if we could get a relief rally into this zone, this will form the basis for a redistribution that is going to take us down to about $15,000 or $12,000, if not $10,000 or lower than that. So like the bearish perspective, because we are definitely in a recession. So you have to have that in mind, that and anything can happen because we are in that recession, and basically what we are expecting to play out yesterday just played out. And I always tell you guys that when everybody is saying a particular thing, know that there's going to be a likelihood of a trap. When I mean a trap, is it's called the whales game. What are the whales game? The whales game says that everybody knows that this thing is going to sell, therefore everybody will want to sell. What are they going to do? They are going to allow the sell to happen and immediately crush everybody who is selling. Crush everybody who is selling, because they want to keep the majority confused. In the confusion of the majority is where the whales makes their money. Keeping them confused where the whales make their money. And I mentioned yesterday that we could get this dip down. We could get a dip down in BTC, and if it dip, that a sudden dip and then an aggressive move up. And definitely is what played out. We had this quick dip down and then an aggressive move up, like took people unawares. They never, so they expected to just like start going down, and boom, it just took people out of them. Both sellers and buyers, people were just placed into that state of confusion as well. So, and definitely that was why, like personally, I was in the buy. So when it sold down, I knew that okay, this is what I was thinking is going to play out. And I was thinking it's going to sell down to like, let's say 18K before buy, but I just left it and boom, it went back into profit and bam, and where it is heavy right now. But there are certain modalities we are looking at. So it bought, and we had the buy into today. Now, after this event of yesterday and for day that is 14th, there are 2 things you want to look at. The first thing you want to look at is it's going to take 2 days to 2 whole days. So we have the 14th and the 15th to determine or decide the direction for the next 2 weeks. 2 whole days. And how is that possible? Let us look at something here. If we look here, let me draw this. So this was, or let me just, in fact, let me delete this and let's use something else, probably a line. So this was a week level. I always talk about, I think they want to talk about the power of weeks when it comes to Bitcoin, how Bitcoin majorly reacts to weeks. So we had price forming a higher high here, and this is the higher low. So if this is to hold, we should expect it like push up, but at the same time price is reacting. And this is something that, if you understand what I'm about to say, it can give you a lot of money, like short term, if you're a short term trader. And what is that thing I'm referring to? What the thing I'm referring to, it's where is it again? It's identifying reaction points in the markets. Reaction points in the market where price could react to for a sell or for a buy. If you can easily identify these points, you can make money both selling the market and buying the market at the same time. So if you look, for example, on the 4 hours, we've had a cross here, a bullish cross on the MACD, which is a bullish sign. We've already had a cross here on the daily as well. had a cross on the 4 hours, and we had a cross as well on the 2 hours on the MACD as well. But now this is a perfect example of what I refer to as reaction point. Now this is a reaction point, a reaction level, whereby this was what's referred to as an IFC, an institutional funded candle. Some call it OB, some call it various plenty name, whatever it is. This was the previous lower high. Price came down, formed the lower low here, and then went up. Now, when price got here, anybody who knows how to just identify this point, or probably you've gone through my course, you know that this point is a trigger point for a sell. And you could decide to say, okay, when price is coming here, I want to enter a sell on this trade. Let us use 2. And you set something like this, coming down here around this area. So now this trade alone gives you like a 1 to 2.7 risk to reward ratio as well. A short stop loss, and then you could be able to make some profits. And because you know that, okay, price could react on this side. Now you're dwelling on the fact that anything could happen. And already there's also what we call there's a divergence trigger here, a divergence, so which is basically some of the things my confluences for entering such trades as well. So we're having a divergence on like the 1 hour, and this is what we call it an structure alternating zone. So when you see all that put together, a divergence, an IFC candle, Bobo Tibo, it just gives you the trigger to like, okay, this could offer a sell opportunity. This could offer a sell opportunity for a person, and you could decide to have sold this thing down from here and made profit from that short sell. And then let me look for another example. This is just basically like something that could help people. Now you're looking for zones that has not been tested before, actually zones that have not been tested at all. And these zones gives you possible places to mark on your charts that you could get a trigger. You could get a trigger. For example, if you look here, price is finding it hard here because of two things. So definitely we are watching out for. So I said we have 2 days. We have the 14th and the 15th to determine the full direction, and this is what we should look out. In fact, let me move over. Let me leave the week off charts, because the week off charts could be a bit confusing for so many persons. Let me go to okay, sharing my screen now. Okay, this is a simpler chart. So definitely this gives you like a clear view. There's no week off lines, whatever here. So definitely this is going to give you something. When you look here, and you see here that price is reacting to this level as well. And then if you decide to look at let's say the 2 hours, there are two things the 2 hours is showing here. you could see what there's this pattern that most people or retro traders used to trade. I'm trying to get the name. And see this, okay, I think it's inverse head and shoulders. This place looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Like this is the head and this is an inverse, this is an inverse. So we could say that this is an inverse head and shoulders signifies a buy in the market, and price, if price closes below the shoulders, it means that the shoulders has been invalidated as well. So you could look at what is happening here. This is a zone that was not tested. This zone was not tested, this place. And when this candle or price came here, it reacted a bit. It reacted a bit with a little buy, and it's currently like reacting as well. So someone could also like had entered an opportunity for a buy. I'm not saying anybody should enter a buy here. I'm just using as an analogy for people who trade and people who are like always asking, okay, how do they know where they could get a reaction from? If you see here, this little buy that happened here, now this could help you like intraday, like on a daily basis, like look for, you just go and mark opportunities and mark this level. See something I just marked here now. If you look here, this was not the test. This zone was not tested. So when price came here, it touched it, and what happened? There was a short-term buy. So you could be making money from these short-term moves if you just go to your charts, like a 2-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, and mark each of these levels. So that will help people who would want to like be trading on a daily basis. Now back to what I was saying. So we want to look out for, what we want to wait for is two things. These are the two things you want to wait for. You want to watch out for a breakout. You want to watch out for a breakout. A breakout will be, in fact, the moment you see a breakout, everybody's just like the whole of city, everywhere is gonna go crazy. Right now we have various levels on this chart. This is a 2 hours time frame. So we have what we call, this is a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. I think these lows are the same thing. So these are like if I'm to, let me see if I could do this. So I'm just like identifying structure. So when price broke this structure, price became quite bullish. Price became bullish, and definitely there should be a retest and then a buy up. But this is what we are looking for. What we are looking for, or what we are looking at. Let me delete this stuff. If we get price closing, if price closes below this level, below the low of yesterday, then we know that the market has decided to just go straight to hellfire. That's gone straight to hellfire. But if it doesn't close below this, which definitely might take 1 or 2 days for that to happen. If it doesn't close below this, then we are happy. If it close above this level, so if we get any close above the level, this level, the 20,700, any close above this is a very, 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 very positive sign. A very, very positive sign. Once we see such a close, it's like a very crazy, amazing opportunity. So I think this is a lower, this is a 15-minute chart. A 15-minute chart. And so this is the head, and then this is the shoulder, this is the shoulder. So we could also liken to this level as okay. Thank you for the person who said they can't see my screen. So this is like the head, and this is like a shoulder level and a shoulder level. And definitely anyone who had entered like trades yesterday are going to be in profits. They are definitely going to be in profits. Those who enter trade and could decide to still hold them or close those trades. Personally, I'm like still holding my trades because they are still in profits. But I want to watch out for how this is going to play out. I want to watch out for how this is going to play out. I want to watch out for how this is going to play out. And when I mean that, this is like, okay, so this is the candle like that dealt everybody dirty. Get everybody dirty, and then we started having the buy, whatever. And this is where price is definitely reacting from. Let's me. So they are just key levels that I am definitely looking out for. Definitely looking out for. And what are the key levels? So let me just use, I think if I do this, it will help simplify the plenty English or the plenty grammar. The key levels are this. If we get this, so a higher high is formed, then a higher low is formed. So if we get this, then I'm going to be bullish for the next 1 to 2 weeks if we get this movement. So, but if, so a close above this level, this area, gives us that, should I say, confidence that, okay, this could be the direction for the next weeks. Now, what if we don't get that? So if we don't get that, then definitely what we are going to see if we don't get that, definitely what we are going to see is this. So let's look here. So this is definitely this is what is going to play out. So when you look here, it's either this is going to play out or this is going to play out. So we are in that like indecisive area or that indecisive zone. So I think exactly what I told you guys yesterday about a choppy market. A choppy market is not a ranging market. A choppy market is a market that is designed to put traders to be in a state of confusion. And this is the thing about this such market. The thing about such market is that this market react based on where the opposite of general perception. If everybody believes that this market is going to buy, then definitely they are going to sell. If everybody believes it's going to sell, then definitely it's going to buy. So, but before it buys, let's say if everybody believes this market is going to buy, it will buy a bit up to give people the confidence that what they are saying is correct, and then it's going to sell massive. If everybody believes it's going to sell, it will sell down for a while to give everybody perception that what they are saying is correct, and everybody is going to be happy and shout that they said the market is going to be bearish, and before you know, boom, it starts buying. So it takes people unaware. That is how a choppy market relates, and we've seen this play out time and time and time again. So if you are someone, let's say you have a small account size, you don't want to like rush in to take any risks or make any rash decisions. You want to wait to see if the market is going to give us this today tomorrow. Today or tomorrow. So the market giving us this today, tomorrow. We in the next this should be this 11. This is 11:33. So definitely by 1 p.m. we would have the close of the next 4-hour candle. So this is the 4 hours time frame. By 1 p.m., we'll have the close of this candle, and the new 4-hour candle is going to open. So the next 4-hour candle that's going to open, in the next 4-hour candle is going to open, it's going to last from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So, and what do you want to like be expectant, or what do you want to see happen based on the perception of what do you want to see happen based on the perception of what is referred to? I'm coming, guys. Okay, so here we go. So this 4-hour count is closing the next by 1 p.m. So if you see, I think I'm correct. By 1 p.m. this should be closed, and another one is going to open. So if the second candle opens, we're going to have 1 to 5 p.m. We have another one from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then the last one. So we'll have 3 more 4-hour candles for today, and then we'll have a new candle tomorrow. So this 3 4-hour candle we're going to have should most likely give us this direction. Should give us that direction, because definitely if this is a how many persons can see my screen? Is it just one person? Okay, since nobody's answering, that means people can see my screen. So definitely when we look at this, when we look at the fact that okay, this is this closes in the next 1 hour 30 minutes, and they want to watch out for the next order, the other candles that are going to like give that conclusion or ascertain that conclusion of what to expect or what not to expect. So by the second candle, if we get a bullish move in the second candle, and that means we should get a bullish move in the fourth candle. So once we get 2 of that already, we should just know that we are good to go. We are good to go, and we should start having a party, a party, parara, and then definitely we can now start looking at alts. So that is why I think we should we're going to have another session by 7 p.m. to know that okay, what is happening now. Have we gotten that already? And then if we get that, if we get this, we'll just start looking out for both buy positions and sell positions, like both scalp opportunities for people. When I mean scalp opportunities that both I'll be drawing both like the long-term perspective of okay, you want to buy this, and then levels whereby it can react from if you want to sell. So you can like have that opportunity to both buy and sell either ways and make profit from this chart. So definitely ahead of time, if we get that and you want me, if you have certain altcoins you would want me to actually look on, you can just drop it in my DM as well. Drop them in my DM, and definitely by that time, when we're having the next session, I'm going to like look into each of them. But basically, this is basically having to first stress on BTC, what the market is doing, and how we could um, relate to the Bitcoin charts and what have you. The session is being recorded, so the recording is actually definitely going to be uploaded on the YouTube session today. Depends on how fast my YouTube Oga at the top uploads the video. If uploads it on time, fine. If it delays, probably by tomorrow as well. But definitely, it shouldn't be more than today. Him uploading it on the YouTube channel, so we can actually watch. If there are issues with seeing the screen, I think when you're watching the recording, you're going to be able to see the screen and see the levels I refer to specifically. Then by 7 p.m. we're going to come back, and then we should now start looking at altcoins, and looking at certain levels and trade decisions and errors. So like I said, if you have certain altcoins you want me to like look into for you, and you can just drop it in my DM as well. And then by 7 p.m. we're going to look through a couple of them together, and as well as the ones I am on personally as well. And let's see how it could how we could like relate to maximize whatever direction the market gives us. What matters is maximizing it and making money in either ways, while keeping your mind open to the direction it gives as well. And an extra advantage, I think there's this NFT that's minting currently. I think it's a public mint on Syscoin. Syspunks. Syspunks is currently minting. I think it's syspunks.org. I just minted about 20 of it. I think it's currently about 50. It's 56 for each of them. So I think you could go to their Twitter page and check them out. It's already, I think, 90% sold out already. 90%, but 85% sold out. It's been minting for like since morning. So I think I saw it like 30 minutes an hour ago, and I saw it. So I just like quickly like see I could mint some numbers, and I minted like 20 of it. It's actually very cheap because it's just 56 coin per. So that means 20. I spent like 1,000 Syscoin just to mint 20 of it. And I'm just minting it because Luxy.io just launched on the Syscoin mainnet. And now Syscoin mainnet itself is still very, very slow. They have not implemented ZK rollups yet. ZK rollups is what is going to like be the major game changer in Syscoin. The moment ZK rollups is implemented and effected in Syscoin mainnet, just know that there's no holding back of Syscoin any longer. Like Syscoin is going to be everywhere. It's going to the ecosystem. I think it's going to go like it's just going to go crazily exponential. When we had NEVM launched in December last year, I told you guys that they were to expect NEVM December. When NEVM was listed December, what we saw it happened in Syscoin. Syscoin moved from just a $200 million market cap to almost $1 billion market cap. That's the amount of money that ejected as a result of NEVM. And NEVM gives the opportunity that projects and platforms could launch on Syscoin. They could go live on Syscoin. They could launch and they could go live on Syscoin. It gives that opportunity. That advantage is there that they could launch and they could go live on Syscoin. So that is what made it very, very bullish. But despite the fact that projects could go live and launch on Syscoin, there is this it is not fast. The mainnet is currently slow. So ZK rollup is what is going to implement the speed that should be there. The speed for and that speed is what these projects need to literally thrive. And you remember, we are like in the NFT season and whatever, and Syspunks and I think Sysapes or so, whatever. They're like the first set of NFTs that are on the Syscoin mainnet. I remember we when everywhere is silent and calm, that is the best time you want to like buy or get in on anything, because by the time if this decide to like go crazy and go like very, very well, and Syscoin become bam, it will be too late. Many of us, we missed out on getting punks when we were in 2018 because, and some of us missed in apes, and some of us missed in certain levels as well. Personally, I got punks. I got, I think, one punk, but I sold it at, I think I sold my own self at around $5,000, a bit $10,000, because I don't even have sense then. Okay? And I wouldn't say I don't have sense, because I got it for free. So if I sold it for $10,000, yes, I might have missed, or should I say, I'm hoping that thing would have been worth almost $1 million by now. But however, it is what it is. It's part of our story. But what matters is we got it for free. All those punks were released for free. I think apes were sold cheap as well. Those are in Ethereum. And then before then, we had CryptoKitties. CryptoKitties was from way back 2017, but then nobody was really talking about it, and it sold off just like what is happening right now. So before Syscoin like goes very, very like boom, 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 all the way. I think the opportunity for people to like get in this at a very, very cheaper amount, like ridiculously low right now before the traction comes in. It could be profitable for a very long run. So it's what I'm saying is not a financial advice. And like I said, of course, 1 6 point is just around 50 Cs as well. So I think there seems to be like 2 6 punks on the platform, and I think there's only one that is currently thriving or has succeeded and is minting right now. So you just want to like have a look through there. I just did mine, so I'm just sharing with you guys what I did. I'm not saying anybody should do anything. So it is your choice to like look through, and if it's worth it, and probably in the long run, I expect it to like probably turn out to be that kind of 100x, 1000%, 10x, 50x. When the NFT craze begins on the Syscoin ecosystem. And so, because in every ecosystem, there's an NFT, there's going to be like the NFT trend, and the NFT trend in every ecosystem, it's going to be spearheaded by blue chips. So there's always blue chips in each ecosystem. These blue chips are going to lead the trend. They're going to be like the most expensive. And the first NFTs that are actually listing right now on Loki.io on the marketplace on Syscoin mainnet currently, they are going to be the blue chips that are going to lead every other one coming next time. So the plenty of the millions of the ones coming next time, I might not need them. I might not need them, because many a times one of the things that happens, and the advantage of having a blue chip is that when if there's an NFT season coming on a particular blockchain or an ecosystem, what happens is that you start getting each of these things. Sometimes you get airdrops, you get whitelists at ease, and that's one of the benefits I had. Like I bought the Gods NFTs for Solana, and when I got it, there were some Solana NFTs that were to launch and some this or that, which came as airdrops, some came as free whitelist because of just holding that the Gods NFT as well. So getting a blue chip now on Syscoin, we could have that opportunity to like gamble around to see if we could get it and be positioned for a long time. Of course, 50 SARS is Syscoin, like almost nothing. So that should be like, is it $10 or whatever, what have you. Okay, fam, and that's just an extra thing I'm adding for us today that I just did this morning. Definitely by evening we continue from where we stopped, and let's just profit